Yo, this is for my notification gang only. If you want to be on my next video for a shout out, only thing you have to do is like up the video, watch this video fully, comment down below notification gang. Make sure you do subscribe, turn notifications so you won't miss out on my daily videos. Appreciate all the support lately, y'all. Like I said, I'm going crazy this year. But anyways, y'all, enjoy the video. Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Chuck. Now for this video, I will be reacting to Larry Bird making the case. This video was highly requested. So like I said, I told you I'm getting into it. I'm reacting to all the old school players. Just let me know in the comment section down below and I will get into the video and react to it myself and see how everything is. Like I said, this is my first time watching this. Make sure to do subscribe, turn notifications, follow all my social medias at the top of this video. We're going crazy this year, y'all. Appreciate all the support lately. Just keep showing me love, keep liking up the video, subscribing and turn on notifications. Larry Bird, he been going crazy. But anyways, y'all, let's get into this video.
Basketball is special. The size of the court and the lack of pads or helmets.
Dang, Shaq, why you jumping on the crowd like that, man? You can't be doing that. Come on now. Nah, Shaq, he a fool. I gotta go back for that one. He really just jumped in the crowd.
Basketball is special. The size of the court and the lack of pads or helmets.
Hey, listen, that's how you could tell anybody could save the ball. Because you could tell Shaquille O'Neal, he really cared about basketball. He didn't have to do that. But he loved the game, so he jumped out, get the hustle, and save it. Good IQ by Shaq. I like that.
Helmets give fans the most intimate experience of a team sport that exists. And because
They trying to trash talk Reggie Miller. That's crazy.
of the different styles that basketball allows for, players develop their own distinct identities and signature styles through their creativity, flair, and athleticism.
Oh, that was the best alley-oop dunk in the world. I ain't gonna lie. That's my favorite. That was crazy. I feel bad for Brandon Knight. He really got dunked on.
And athleticism. And although no player succeeds alone, the scoring volume and two-way nature of the sport give individual stars a nearly unprecedented amount of control over the flow and outcome of a game. For this reason, players are constantly compared to their peers and to the legends of the past in order to answer the most hotly contested question in the sport. Who's the greatest to ever do it?
That topic is always going to be popular because it's like, who is the great? They always compare LeBron James and Michael Jordan. But I think Michael Jordan's the GOAT after all the highlights I've been seeing and the stats and everything. It could be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. LeBron James and Michael Jordan debate is always going to be around. And probably either other NBA players. That's how it's going to be though. That's the game of basketball.
For many, the question is redundant. They believe in only one right answer, their answer. Others might have their own
Everybody have different opinions.
personal stance, but acknowledge one or two alternatives. But I believe that there's much more nuance to the question of greatness and more answers to it than you might think. By my count, there are 8 players in NBA history that have a substantial claim as the GOAT. It's a subjective thing though. I can't give you a definitive answer.
Oh, that block that LeBron did was crazy. That was the clutchest block ever to win the finals. Them good years, man. We can't get them back no more.
All I can do is make the argument. So today, I'll be making the case for Larry Bird as the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay, Larry Bird, let's see what Larry Bird got. Everybody hit that like button, subscribe, and turn notifications. Let's see what Larry Bird can do.
When it comes to basketball, Larry Bird is the smartest, clutchest player to ever play the game.
He is the clutchest player. He gonna even tell you where he going to, and he would get the ball and shoot it at the same spot he told you to. That is facts. That behind the back that he did was crazy. He was full completed and everything. His teammate got the ball good timing. It's not like he couldn't catch the ball. He messed up, took it and laid it up.
Now, if you don't think that Larry Bird is the greatest basketball player of all time, you probably hate that I just said that.
Dang, he really made that buzzer beater? Let me find out Larry Bird really be clutching up. I gotta go back on that one. His teammate threw the ball full court and he caught it and just shot it. Larry Bird, he don't even gotta look at the ball. He could just get the ball and just shoot it and goes in. That's just how he is.
If you don't think that Larry Bird is the greatest basketball player of all time, you probably hate that I just said that.
That shot was crazy. That's good stuff.
Those are the kind of talking head sport cliches that surely impact the game but are impossible to empirically measure. Normally, I'd agree with you, but I think that when you talk about Larry Bird, you see those intangibles become real, palpable results. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't believe it.
So I'm guessing his first NBA championship was 1980. Okay. Let me find out.
When Larry Bird was drafted by the Boston Celtics in 1978, the NBA needed saving. Attendance was in the toilet, the league had few marketable stars.
So he really been loyal to the Boston Celtics. You know, most of these players would just leave. I'm hoping that he's been loyal to the Boston Celtics. Let me know in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a young basketball fan. I'm just trying to learn. I'm really trying to get to the old school players and see what they was doing.
Cocaine addiction had several players in its grasp, and most damning of all, playoff
You can't be doing that stuff if you try and play basketball.
games were being tape delayed. Playoff games at the highest level of basketball were being put in the back seat for black and white movies and network reruns. But rather than join the Celtics after being taken third overall, Larry Bird decided to return for his final year at Indiana State, a decision that would prove to be one of the most important in the history of the sport.
That was a good spin layup that he did. And why he keep throwing the ball behind people's backs and then shooting the ball and they look confused, they really turn around when he do it. Just like this play. Comment down below. I like it. It's like a new thing. That's the only person that I see that do that move. Just throw it behind their head and then shoot the ball and they really turn around. I like that move. Comment down below how you feel about it.
Bird's final year saw the Sycamores tear through college basketball, going 33-0 before the national championship game. Bird, already claimed by the NBA's most historic and prestigious franchise, had established himself as the generational talent who would inherit the mantle of pro basketball. Indiana State's opponent in the national championship was Michigan State, captained by the immortal Earvin Magic Johnson. The Sycamores lost the championship to the more talented Spartans, and
I think Larry Bird and Magic Johnson play alike. I don't know who's in the league first. They play similar. Comment down below if you agree.
the highest rated game in the history of basketball at any level still to this day. The stage had been set. The next decade of basketball would be defined by the rivalry between the white hick from French Lick and his Boston Celtics.
I need to see some three-pointers by Larry Bird. I see all the mid-ranges. I know you good at shooting at that. Where the three-pointers at?
And the Black Magic and his Showtime Lakers. The rivalry between Bird and Johnson is entwined into the fabric of the NBA.
I think Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, they both know how to do good passes. They both know how to do tricky moves that you would never expect. They both play similar. That's what I think.
And is worthy of 100 documentaries. In this video, though, we're going to be looking at Bird's claim of supremacy. Here's Bird's basketball resume.
Larry Bird got 3 championships, 3 regular seasons MVPs, 2 final MVPs, 12 All-Star selection, 10 All-NBA teams, 9 times first team, 1 time second team. Okay, he got 3 championships. He got 3 MVPs. That is crazy. He really been going crazy. He deserves it after all the work he put in, all the passes that he really do for his teammates. He really be looking out of where they at. I respect this. He is one of the GOATs. I cannot lie to you.
His 3 championships come with perhaps the highest collective degree of difficulty of any player's championships. His 3 MVPs came consecutively, making him only the 3rd player to accomplish the feat, along with Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain.
The 3rd player to get that. That is so rare.
His 2 finals MVPs are misleading. He was absolutely the best player on the '81 Celtics, but he was only a sophomore, and his 15 points per game in the finals gave the media an excuse to exact a little vengeance on a legendarily difficult interview. His All-Star and first-team selections also come with the caveat that Bird only played for 13 seasons and missed all but 6 games of the '89 season following surgeries on both feet. I can hear you already. A 13-year career, and this guy is supposed to be the GOAT? What color of paint are you huffing, Clayton? Green, obviously. But hear me out. Yeah, Bird's career lasted about 2/3 as long as it should have. But what he did in that time was so impressive.
Somebody really drew that at Larry Bird? That's funny.
Bird's career lasted about 2/3
Nah, that is funny. Why would they do that?
as long as it should have. But what he did in that time was so impressive and so substantial that every basketball fan acknowledges that he's in the conversation as the greatest ever. Doesn't it matter?
Cause look at the passes he do. He do stuff that nobody never expect of. That's why they think he's one of the GOATs. Look at that pass he just did between the legs. He just threw it between his legs and he trying to catch it. It's too late, bro. He already did it before you was gonna think about it. So that's why I think he's one of the GOATs. And then this jersey number 25 dude, he trying to reach it. Like his teammate already got the ball, bro.
that those 13 years
Like Larry Bird, he really think ahead of the game.
saved professional basketball, delivered a disproportionate amount of memorable moments, defined the golden age of the league, and produced a career by which all other forwards, before or since, are measured. Bird squeezed every drop of talent out in those 13 years and made it seem more like 30. He didn't just leave his fingerprints.
That was a good hustle by Larry Bird. That's my favorite play. He didn't really have to do that. You feel me? He could have just let the ball just roll out and do his thing. He really wanted to get the ball, but he still didn't make it. But it's still a good hustle, still a good IQ, good work, good everything.
On the game. He left so much of his DNA in the sport that it needed a cigarette afterwards.
He really just stole the ball that easy. Just like Larry Bird get the steal so easy. Like, come on now, I gotta go back on that. That was his fault.
Game. He left so much of his DNA in the sport that it
Like, bro, pass the ball, you feel me? Like, soon as you get the ball for 1 second, you supposed to pass it. But no, Larry Bird just so good, he just got it quick. I like that.
needed a cigarette afterwards. There's something to be said about the candle that lasts.
And they scored. You saw how easy that was for Larry Bird to pass the ball? That's the only thing that dude had to do, was just pass it fast. Larry Bird, he passed it quick. Now look at his teammates scoring. Good IQ.
It's half as long, but burns twice as bright. Those 3 MVP years.
Let's see what he got. So 1984, he was scoring 26 points per game, 88% on a free throw. Okay, let me see the three-pointers because I want to figure that out. Oh, his field goal is 50%. That's good. That's a good average. Where's his three-pointer? 40% three-pointer. That's great. That's great. That's great. 26 points per game with a 40% three-pointer. That's good. He was averaging a lot of assists. You could tell he had 7 assists per game. That is crazy. That's good. We found out Larry Bird was going crazy for real. This just in 1984. That's crazy.
Stack up with any other run by any other player. I will put an A+ Larry Bird season up against anyone's. What does an A+ Larry Bird season look like? A full box score, a blowout win.
That pass that he just did was so fast and easy. It was quick. Like, he already seen it and they scored. Like, he's really a good passer. That's why I think that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird is a good comparison, because they both know how to pass the ball.
A nearly undefeated record at home, and a play style.
He wasn't even looking when he tried to save the ball. He wasn't even looking. He just did it. His teammate caught the ball, and now I think Larry Bird finna get the ball back. Good IQ.
That could only be described one way: white.
Easy. Easy scoring.
Larry Bird isn't just a white basketball player, he's the white basketball player. To describe Larry Bird's game is to thumb through the Hoops dictionary and pick out every cliche about white players.
Oh my gosh. He was saucing up everybody. He just sauced up 3 people and still scored. They was confused themselves.
Larry Bird's game is to thumb through the Hoops dictionary and pick out every cliche
He was really saucing up on that play. Okay.
about white players. Unathletic, great shooter, good fundamentals, the whole thing. The archetype of a white basketball player is Larry Bird, with one exception. He had an unparalleled understanding of the game of basketball, both as a physical contest and as a mental competition. His basketball
I'm dead. He fake passed it to him on the side and he still looked. And Larry Bird, you know he had to shoot it quick before he got that good reaction time. That's good stuff.
IQ infected everything he did and catapulted his career into legend. Bird was a complete player. Jerry West called him nearly as perfect as you can get. He was the league's first great marksman. He could contort his body to shoot from anywhere on the court, regardless of the level of defense.
Oh no, how did Larry Bird make that? Larry Bird, why are you doing all these tricks? Like, come on, man. What's up with that, man? He doing anything to score.
He could contort his body to shoot from anywhere on the court, regardless of the level of defense.
He could shoot anywhere, and I could tell. He's shooting behind the rim. Come on, now.
He pioneered the art of the dagger 3 and was the founding member of the 50-40-90 club.
Okay. I see some three-pointers. Okay, Larry Bird.
At 6'9", Bird's understanding of angles and coordination led to a higher rebounding average than Patrick Ewing, and it made him an impressively adept.
Dang, by Patrick Ewing? Patrick Ewing, like what? How tall is Patrick Ewing? Like 6'10"? I know he like 6'9", 6'10". That's good. That's good. I ain't lie, cause Larry Bird like what, 6'7"? Larry Bird, he been hustling for them rebounds, man. I respect that.
Adept finisher in his younger years.
86, Bird dropped 47 points on the Blazers, playing the majority of the game left-handed.
47 points left-handed. Who could do that? Who could be left-handed and they're really right-handed, but still could score on their left hand. Who could do that? 47 points, that's a lot. He probably wasn't just laying up the ball, shooting mid-range shots. He was probably shooting some threes too. I respect that. He do all the tricks that nobody can ever expect him to do. He want to make sure everybody see him differently, and he's different. I can tell.
His lack of quick lateral
He probably was passing the ball left-handed. He probably was.
movement meant that Bird didn't do much when it came to slapping the floor and picking up the opposing point guard, but his size and omniscience gave him the ability to body similarly sized players, read defenses.
Oh, he trash talking. He got that block. He felt good. Let me go back on that. I ain't gonna lie, I seen that.
His size and omniscience gave him the ability
Oh, he got a little snatch block. Oh boy, Larry Bird, I see you.
to body similarly sized players, read
He trying to trash talk.
defenses like a free safety, and pick off passing lanes with ease.
That was good IQ. That was a perfect timing of doing that. I respect that, no cap.
Similarly sized players, read defenses
He really waited for Hakeem to do his little size up that he always be doing in the post, and he came up to him and smacked the ball. That was good stuff.
like a free safety, and pick off passing lanes with ease. His passing was transcendent, and I'll highlight it later. And of course you need to know that Larry Bird was a tough effort.
After all them injuries that Larry Bird be getting, at the end of the day, he's still trying to hustle. He loved the game of basketball. It don't matter if he keep getting injured. He trying to come back and just show everybody what he could do. Like, he really care about for basketball. And that's why everybody respect him, because he's a hard player and he don't give up.
Balls like a beagle at the park. He was a willing participant in his share of fights,
Oh, he was getting to fights and all types of stuff. We found out.
often precipitated by his league-renowned trash talk.
Oh, they was throwing it down back in them days. Oh, snap. They was getting into it.
Lebron told Robert Reedy the other state that he should have stayed in preaching. That was funny. He had 50 points. I was guarding in my rookie year.
He had 50 points, though.
He looked at me and he goes, "You can't stop me." And I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, boy, you're so confident." He proceeded to score like 10
See, if you confident, you believe in yourself, you always do good every game. And that's what he did. He always dropped points on them every time when he tell them.
straight points on me. The coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
He was a basketball genius. He'd be a step ahead, a thought ahead, play the game like a chess game. I'd much rather go.
He always think ahead. That's why all these passes that he be doing, he already see it before it even happen.
Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, because you have to play the game as a thinker when you're playing him. You have to get inside his mind.
If you put all of us in a room, you know, Magic, Jordan, myself, and Bird probably be the guy who walks out of the room at the end of the day.
Did you notice something during those testimonies? Those are some of the best basketball players of all time, and they all sing Bird's praises like they were former assassins who had to go toe-to-toe with John Wick, and they're just happy to be alive.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Bird excelled during one of the most talent-rich periods in league history. The abridged list of his basketball rivals goes like this: Dr. J and Moses Malone on the Philadelphia 76ers, Sidney Moncrief on the Milwaukee Bucks, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer and the Bad Boy Pistons, Dominique Wilkins on the Atlanta Hawks, Bernard King on the New York Knicks, Michael Jordan on the Chicago Bulls, Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson on the Houston Rockets, and of course, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the Los Angeles Lakers. Alright, there's no point avoiding it any longer. We have to look at Magic versus Larry. If you have Magic over Larry, it's because he has 5 rings to Larry's 3, had a peak that lasted about 2 or 3 years longer than Larry's, and had a 2-1 record against Bird's Celtics in the finals. Perfectly legitimate, completely respectable arguments. But in the interest of making Bird's case, allow me to retort. For nearly the entire decade of the 1980s, the Eastern Conference was irrefutably the more competitive conference between the two. Considering the competition, for Bird to have made 5 finals appearances is just as impressive as Magic's 9. As for the head-to-head record responsible for Magic's 2 extra titles, he had more help. Seriously, the Celtics' Big 3 and the Lakers' Big 3 get compared all the time historically as if they were of equal caliber, but weren't Magic's accomplices just a step above Bird's? No disrespect at all to Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish, but Kareem was the alpha dog on the 71 Bucks and was the best player for at least 2 of the Lakers' 5 titles. James Worthy was the #1 pick out of UNC after winning a championship as the best
I think Kareem is like the #1 in scoring of all time. I think so. Comment down below if I'm wrong, but I might be right.
player on a team that had Michael Jordan on it. Throw in the fact that Magic got to be coached by Pat Riley, one of the most brilliant minds in basketball history, and you could say that the Magic Bird argument comes down to one thing: luck. So if their careers come down to luck, the question just becomes who you would rather take. Now, I'm not making this video to tell you why you shouldn't take Magic. I'm making this video to tell you why you should take Bird. Not just over Magic, but over everybody.
He keep throwing that ball behind people's head and they really be turning around and looking. And he shoot the ball quick every time. That's a special move.
One thing that helps him is the fact that his play would translate perfectly into the league today. A 6'9" sharpshooting forward with eyes in the back of his head who averaged double-digit rebounds in an era against Moses and Lambeer. He'd gobble up boards as a power forward.
Larry Bird really hustling the rebound over like 3 people. I'm gonna go back for that. That was crazy.
The league today. A 6'9" sharpshooting forward with eyes in the back of his head who averaged double-digit rebounds in an era against Moses and
He just hustling for the rebound, trying to put it back up.
Lambeer. He'd gobble up boards as a power forward. He'd be an offensive mismatch against everybody as a small ball center, and his off-ball skills and passing would pair perfectly with the flow of today's game. Add in his competitive mania and 3 generations worth of medical advancements, and we're talking about a player who could have stuck around so long they would have had to rename the league. As you've been watching these clips of Bird, I would hope that you would notice something.
No, that pass was crazy. That was a good pass. That's a hard pass to do if you want to try that.
Long they would have had to rename the league. As you've been watching these clips of Bird, I would hope that you would notice something. He always knows where everybody is.
Facts. That's why he's a good passer, because he know where everybody's at. He know the plays that's finna happen before it happened. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's one of the GOATs at the passing.
Watching Bird play basketball is like watching those monsters from A Quiet Place that know where you are if you make any noise at all.
I'm dead. That is true.
Bird had a level of clairvoyance that bordered on the unnatural. In '85,
He really just got his own putback dunk after a miss. That's a good hustle, because most of these players, they just watch the ball miss and then go back on defense. But he really hustled it and put it back up. Now they scored.
at all.
He made up for it, and it was a mid-range shot.
Bird had a level of clairvoyance that bordered on the unnatural.
Good IQ.
In '85, he ended up 1 steal away from a quadruple-double after playing just the first 3 quarters. His passing was famously infectious and helped transform the Celtics of the '80s into an ideal that basketball teams at all levels are still shown tape of.
His passes was crazy.
They moved the ball with precision and intent, always looking for better shots and determined to get the entire team involved in the effort.
That is true.
That fact is almost entirely attributable to Bird and his wizardry with the ball.
Most of these highlights are just him passing the ball and his teammates scoring. He really cared for that.
This acumen also helped Bird become the only player with a GOAT claim to transition successfully into other basketball roles after his playing career.
Wow, he was a head coach too? Let me find out.
In his 3 years as the head coach of the Pacers, Bird won a Coach of the Year award, coached the Pacers to their first and only finals appearance, and gave Michael Jordan as much trouble as he'd ever gotten in his career in the '98 Eastern Conference Finals.
Who else could do all them 3 like Larry Bird?
After moving into a front office role for Indiana, he won Executive of the Year in 2012, becoming the only person to have an MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year award. On the court or off of it, inside and out, Larry Bird sees basketball as only he can. That intelligence also lent itself to Bird's defining skill, making the big plays. Remember, NBA players get paid to win games. James Harden is getting paid nearly $40 million this year because he's supposed to help the Rockets win games. Victory can be achieved in a lot of ways, and the win column doesn't care how it happens. As Mark Sinclair once said,
"It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning."
I'm dead.
but when your team is down 1 in a crucial playoff game with 8 seconds left, and you need to hit a shot to stay in the series and keep your season alive, that's where players really separate themselves and earn their money. Love it or hate it, it's the players that come through
Whoever the clutchest player.
in the big moments that live forever in our memories. Some players, for whatever reason, were never able to do it consistently.
That is true. Some players, they can't make their shots over and over and over and over. They can't really be consistent at clutch moments. That is true.
Some players were truly outstanding at it. Larry Bird was the best at it.
I think he was, because most of these clips that I seen on my last video, he was just making all types of clutch shots. I believe that. I'm just a young basketball fan. I'm really just trying to learn the old school and know what happened. That's why I need you guys to comment down below some videos to react to so I can react to them and learn more about basketball. Because this generation, I watch LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, you know, all the new players. So that's why I'm trying to learn the old stuff too. So comment down below. Thank you. And like up this video if you haven't. And subscribe and turn notifications. He always be clutching up. It's too easy for him. He do it every time.
I'm not going to give you the stats about his field goal shooting under 2 minutes with a score that's this close, or tell you who has the most buzzer beaters or any of that.
Take that for data.
I'm just going to show you.
Dang, why was he so mad?
Clutch moments in clutch situations. 1985
Oh, 2 seconds on the shot clock and he made it? Let me find out.
against the Blazers. Bird drops 48 points, including
48 points? Nah, that is crazy.
this. Down 1 with 2 seconds left.
Inbound pass to double team and Bird. Larry, fake, fall away.
Wow, that was a contested clutch shot. Clutch moments matters.
1985 against
The whole team wasn't even going to him because it's regular. Like, he do it every time, so there's really no point. Like, he make it every time. He don't miss.
Hawks. Bird sets the Celtics scoring record with 60 points with shots like these.
They open the right side. Bird the fall away.
60 points just doing turnaround shots, and he don't even be looking at the rim. He just turn around and shoot it. He always believe in his shots.
He drills it again.
Oh, look at the bench.
That's the best shooting I've ever seen.
1986 against the Rockets. Not all of Bird's clutch moments were singular. The bigger the moment, the bigger his performance. In Game 6 of the 1986 NBA
He made it between 2 people? That's crazy.
Finals, Bird clinches the championship with a triple-double in what he calls the best game he ever played.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Bird wants a 3 out of it.
No way that his teammate passed him the ball and Larry Bird, he just dribbled to the three-pointer, turn around and shoot it, and it goes in. That's the clutchest player I ever seen.
1987
It's really easy for him. That is crazy. Let me find out he really be shooting threes like that at clutch moments.
against the Washington Bullets. Bird hits one shot to tie it before it's waved off because of a timeout. Hits another shot to tie it up for real.
Crowd is standing up. It goes now to Bird. Bird goes up top.
And then in double overtime, down 1, he does this.
It's going to go to Bird. He's got a shot.
Yo, this is crazy. Larry Bird really be clutching up. He really be doing his thing. Why is it so easy for him? See, if you really care about basketball, you love basketball, you will practice every day. He's probably in the gym for 10 hours practicing. Facts.
And it's gone. It's a 3-point field goal. And that's that. It's all over.
For 3 years, from 1986 to 1988, the three-point contest knew no other champion but Larry Bird.
He's still going to drop
And he won the three-point contest. Like, he really good at shooting.
one here quickly. 14. This is a tie for the money. Yo! Larry Bird!
1987 Eastern Conference Finals, Game 5. Tied at 2 games apiece against the Bad Boy Pistons, this enormous game would put the winner 1 game away from the NBA Finals. The Pistons are up 1 with seconds remaining. The ball goes out of bounds off the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas just needs to inbound the ball to win the game.
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ.
Larry Bird really stole the ball and passed it quick to his teammate. And he made the layup. You see the good IQ Larry Bird got? He really see it before it happened, like I said. That was a good clutch steal. Look at the crowd going crazy, man. They really respect him. I like this.
There are truly too many big games and big moments for me to go through without this ending up as a documentary.
I can see all these clutch moments that Larry Bird be doing. Flashy passing, shooting three-pointers, mid-ranges. I can see it.
But that all leads me to this, what I really want to talk about. 1987 NBA Finals, Game 4 against the Lakers. LA is up 2-1, and the Celtics need to win to tie the series and stay alive. Bird hits a 3 with 12 seconds left to go up by 2.
Bird goes for 3.
can't leave Larry Bird open in the corner at clutch moments. He's going to make it. They gave him so much space.
Kareem comes down and gets fouled with 8 seconds left. He makes the first, but misses the second.
Ooh, Kareem missed the second free throw. Dang.
LA ends up with the ball with 7 seconds left, down 1 point.
In the low post, being guarded by Dennis Johnson. Byron Scott is in the ball game now.
Magic hits this, the baby skyhook.
Magic with a hook shot, scores with 2.
I think when Magic Johnson did that, that was like a popular clip. Comment down below if I'm wrong. I think that was the popular clip that I have seen before.
2 seconds left. Down.
Larry Bird made a shot in 2 seconds during the finals. Finals is crazy because there's too many tryhards in there. If you make clutch moments in the finals, you was a GOAT for that. A lot of people can't even make it to, you know what I'm saying?
Down 1.
Dennis Johnson on the inbound. Bird fires it.
No way. Bird just pushed him off a little bit and went to the three-pointer corner and really make it. There's no way. This is the finals I'm talking about. The finals. Everybody know what the finals is. You trying to get the ring. So for you to be really that clutch in there, after all the pressure, the crowd screaming, all of that, like that's so much pressure, and you still clutch up. But it is the Boston Celtics court. At least they wasn't down bad and it was the other way around. That's a good advantage.
What do you think happens?
He made it, of course. What you mean? What I think happened? He made the shot.
I bet it wasn't.
Oh, he missed it? Dang, Larry Bird. Hey, it's cool though, you feel me? We all know you a good player. Don't worry about it. But dang, Larry, you missed that shot. That's tough. I thought he was going to make it. I'm over here hyping it up. Cause I thought he always a clutch player. A lot of the times he is clutch. But you feel me? It happens. Not everybody's perfect. And that's true.
That.
It's cool though. It's cool though. It's cool.
When I paused the tape and the ball was hanging in the air, you thought it was going in. Bird thought it was going in. Magic thought it was going in. I've seen this game before, and I still think it's going to go in. But it didn't. Pat Riley said it himself. We got lucky. And that, a missed shot.
He did get lucky because if that ball would have went in, as everybody know, Larry Bird is clutch. See, Magic Johnson thought it was going to go in. Pat Riley thought it was going to go in because he's just a clutch player. But not everybody's perfect, so even if it did go in, then he's still a good player at the end of the day. Everybody respect him. Everybody know he's good. And he deserves them championships that he have won.
In the NBA Finals is why he's the clutchest. Because after he makes the big plays, has the big games, hits the big shots, time and time again, you expect him to hit every shot, to win every game. And in those fleeting moments,
that's a fact. That is true. That is true.
When he doesn't, when he looks like a mere human, when he looks like everyone else who tries to do what he does, you just can't believe it. That's what Larry Bird did. He made the big plays so often you thought he was going to make them every time. He helped turn basketball into a global phenomenon, paving the way for every Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James who comes through our lives. He played basketball in its purest form and captained a team that is consistently ranked.
1986, they won the finals. He deserves that.
Ranked among the greatest of all time. He has the second highest win percentage in the history of the NBA, behind Magic by less than 0.5%, about 10 games. He was the complete package, a player with no holes in his game whatsoever. They called him Basketball Jesus. He didn't get that name without doing something extraordinary. He saved basketball, and he did it by playing it better than anyone else. Here's Magic at Bird's retirement in 1993.
Larry Bird said that there will be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
Magic Johnson is really a true friend. That's how you know everybody still respect each other. No hate, no beef. They just play basketball and love the game.
The greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever.
Appreciate y'all watching through this video. Make sure you do subscribe, turn notifications, like up this video, and comment down below what videos you want me to react to next. Larry Bird, you a GOAT. I love reacting to these videos. I really want to know more about the old school players and how they dealt everything, how they passed it, how they scored. I want to know everything. Like I said, I'm a young basketball fan, and I'm just trying to know everything about the old times. For my notification gang, be ready for my next shout out video. We're going crazy this year, y'all. I'm dropping all bangers, dropping all heat. Appreciate everybody, like I said, for coming through, showing me love, watching through this video. I'm just trying to entertain. I like how everybody respect Larry Bird and his game. It's really good. I mess with it. But anyways, y'all, I'm out.